Hey, this is Greg from Grommet, and I just sat down with Sarah from Grace Enable for an incredible interview all about launching her product on the new Grommet platform. In this interview, you're going to discover what life event triggered Sarah to create her product both for herself and for her community. You're also going to see how her conversion rate shot through the roof after launching on Grommet, as well as her advice to other makers like you who are thinking about launching their product on Grommet. It's an incredible interview. I think you're going to get a lot from it, so let's go and check it out.
I'd love to just learn more about Grace Enable and the company and maybe some of the origin story. Like what made you want to start a brand, start building your own products? Where was the genesis of that?
So I have rheumatoid arthritis, and like a lot of people with any form of chronic joint pain, I use joint support products like orthopedic bracing and compression wear. And over time, I got more and more frustrated with the quality of these products. They're often very uncomfortable, they're often very ugly, they can make your arm itchy and sweaty, and they're kind of embarrassing to wear in public. People keep, asking you awkward questions. This actually came to a head at my wedding. I had to wear a wrist brace at my own wedding, and it was this big, bulky, ugly product. So I took it away with a friend, and we basically remade it to look more attractive and be a little bit more comfortable. After my wedding, I shared photos of the product online in an arthritis community that I run, and I just got bombarded with women asking me, could you make something for me? And at that point, I thought, no, I can't. I am totally not set up to do this. But I got together with a hand therapist and we started designing our own products. And that was a few years ago. But since then, we've managed to get 3 patents on our wrist brace. We've launched a range of compression gloves and some other arthritis-friendly products like our arthritis care kit. And we've just really started building up the company and building up sales. And it's been really fun.
I love that. I love the story that it was like your wedding day, right?
Yeah,
Fun
right.
to do this company, right? And I know the way you told the story made it sound like peaches and roses and this brand was born, but
Yeah.
I know there's a lot of makers out there who are, maybe they're experiencing some challenges, setbacks, things like that. Like what were maybe 1 or 2 of the big roadblocks that you ran into and how were you able to overcome them?
I don't know where to start really because it's just a complete roller coaster. I think the biggest challenge we had was around sourcing some of the materials, particularly for the wrist brace, because we are really committed to making these products as lightweight and comfortable and non-bulky as possible. And that means I spent a year sourcing different fabrics to make sure that we can use sustainable fabrics where possible. They're moisture wicking, they're breathable. But that takes a lot of emails and a lot of phone calls to different fabric suppliers. It takes a lot of testing things out and then they don't work out how you plan. So it's one of those things where it's just, hours and hours and hours of time. Specifically, we use a no scratch hook and loop to secure our product. And so, that kind of thing, it can be a bit of a roller coaster because you think you find something that's perfect and then you try it out and it doesn't work how you start and you have to kind of go through the whole loop again. So that was probably some of the most challenging stuff was keep going through that sourcing journey.
Well, let's turn this back into the positive side. So you
Yeah.
go through this, you get the product out. Tell me about your first sale. What was that experience like? Did it happen in person, online? Like what was that like?
The first sales we made were through an online community I run for women with rheumatoid disease, where we told people what we were doing. And then what we did was we basically formed a group of people who wanted to give us feedback. So all the people along our journey that we tested products with, they were the first people who bought the braces. Some of those people are still our customers today and still regularly buy our products.
Wow, that's powerful. And again, I think it started with like this incredible community that you're a part of
Yeah.
yourself and you were able to help them out. There's got to be a rewarding story or two that you've heard from someone who's bought something from you that you just makes you appreciate why you do what you do. Now, of course, it's a
Yeah.
business now, but I think there's a more rewarding side that you get from having these products in the world.
Absolutely. Our whole mission is to empower women with arthritis so that they can keep doing the things that they love. Arthritis is the leading cause of disability in the US. Women over 40 are disproportionately affected. And the impact of that is that people don't always get to keep going with their hobbies, or they don't always get to stay in work, or it can impact how they are with kids or their grandkids. So we hear a lot of stories about people keep going with their knitting, with their crochet, with their crafting, with their gardening, with their family activities. And we just love hearing all that.
The best part about it is it's just like giving people a better overall quality of life, right? Like their everyday life. We were fortunate enough here at Grommet to launch your compression gloves to our community
Yes.
over the past week. And so how did you first discover Grommet? Were you part of the legacy Grommet? Did you just hear about us? Like where did Grommet come into the fold for you guys?
I think I heard about Grommet through someone else in the startup community, and I just happened to sign up to your mailing list just before you were about to do the relaunch. For us, what's really exciting about Grommet is that it's this curated collection of products, really good, high quality products from people who are really looking to be innovative and make an impact and make a difference. So we're absolutely thrilled to be part of the first wave of businesses on Grommet.
We're very honored to have you as one of the first brands that launched on Grommet. And just what was the experience like just trying to get the product on Grommet, working with the team, getting to, hey, I'd like to be on Grommet, to being live on Grommet?
Oh, it was super straightforward. And that's one of the things I loved about it. There was really, really clear communication. We always knew what was happening and when it was happening. There was very responsive support. And the thing I really loved was the actual process of hooking up the Shopify app. I did it myself. And it took me like 20 minutes, if that. And it was super easy. I mean, we've tried loads of different apps with Shopify, and obviously, like any Shopify vendor, and some are definitely easier than others, and this was one of the easiest we've used. The whole process was super straightforward, and we really, really love the way that our products are presented on Grommet, particularly how visual it is, both with the images and also with the clips. So we're very, very happy with the whole process.
Well, we appreciate that. And I know one thing you emailed me during the launch week, and it's kind of prompted this call today, was you said, hey, Greg, our conversion rate's going through the roof.
Yeah.
Tell me about that, because obviously that's exciting for brands that are thinking about being on Grommet, is the quality of the shopper that comes your way,
Sure.
and they buy stuff, which is obviously what you want as a maker. So I'd love to hear a little bit about that, just selfishly, and then also for some of the other makers listening.
Our usual conversion rate hangs around sort of 3%, which I think is pretty standard for a lot of e-commerce brands. And, it might go up a bit, might go down a bit. We launched on Grommet. Our conversion rate has been over 8 consistently, which is huge. And I think what we're seeing is that, like you say, the quality of the shoppers, the people who are coming to Grommet, they're looking for really good quality products. So when they're coming to our website, it's almost like you've pre-qualified them. They're looking and they're deciding on Grommet, okay, this is a product that's really going to help me. And then by the time they get to my website, they're like, okay, yeah, I'm ready to do that. And that's really cool. The other bump we've actually seen is in our email list. We've had quite a few people in signups on our website to come onto our mailing list. So again, I'm pretty sure those have been significantly helped by Grommet. So if they're not ready to buy immediately, it's great. We've got them on that website as well, and they may well come back to us at a later date.
That's incredible. 3% to 8% new email signups.
Huge.
Love it. If someone's watching this and they're thinking about maybe potentially launching on Grommet, what would you say to them to maybe say, hey, you know what? Maybe this is worth jumping into?
Just go for it. I have no reservations about it. You have been amazing in terms of helping us with the onboarding. It's just been such a painless experience. And also, it's been really good fun. Our customers are super chatty and friendly, so they've actually really enjoyed the interactive aspect of it as well with the upvotes. It gives something for your customers to rally around. And I don't see any downside of it. So far, it's been great, and we expect it to continue that way.
Thank you so much for saying such nice things about the process. And so if someone wanted to learn more about what you guys are doing, Grace Enable, like where's the best place for them to learn more, join part of the community, check out some of the amazing products you've created?
It's graceandable.com. If you head over to our website, you can find us there. You can also find us on facebook.com/graceandable and instagram.com/graceandable_official. So head over to any of those places and you'll find plenty about what we offer and all the support we offer to people living with arthritis.
You're doing amazing work, and I can only hope that you help even more people with the products you've created. Sarah, thanks so much for joining us today.
Oh, thanks, Greg. It was lovely to talk with you.
Well, if you liked this interview, and more importantly, you maybe want to be our next featured case study who launched their product on Grommet, I've got some great news for you, because right now you can sign up to launch your product on Grommet absolutely free. That's right. There are 0 sign-up fees, and right now we're charging 0% commissions for all brands that launch their product on Grommet. To get started, just head on over to thegrommet.com and click on that button that says submit your product. Go through the application process, and we can't wait to launch your product on Grommet real soon.